What's up, FUMoney? Back for another episode. So, Justin's got an interesting topic today. He wants to talk about how he got pissed off when he was trying to pay his internet bill, all because it was some automated process. So, we'll break it over to him and get the story.
All right, I was trying to pay two of my bills. The one worked fine because they had it all set up. The other one, they wanted to fucking send it over to a person, and I'm like, "Yo, why are you charging me this five extra dollars?" And I'm like, $5, I get it. And I kept telling the person, "It's the
That's a foot long,
principle."
though. They're fucking you out of a foot long.
I'm like, "It's the principle." And they're like, "Well, it's from something in November." I go, "No, I've never missed a fucking payment." And I go, "On Christmas, you are closed on Christmas, and then the following Sunday, you are closed." I thought I had it all straightened out last fucking month. Today, they're like, "No, you're being charged for that shit 2 months ago." And I was like, "Then how come you didn't bring this up last month? And when I talked to the dude a month ago and 2 months ago, it was cool. But now all of a sudden, it's not cool and you're trying to charge me this." Dude, I can't stand automated anything.
Dude, those
Like
greedy corporations, they're like, you owe us $5. And it's like, fuck do I owe you money for? You know?
it ain't even so much about what them saying, it's how everything's turned so automated. Like when I grew up, telemarketers had to call you, and the rule was as much as they yell at you, you have to listen to them. Now telemarketers will hang up on you. And you got automated telemarketers calling you about shit. And it's like, where did the world change that I grew up in to now?
Dude,
Like,
I got this guy that keeps calling me, and he wants me to like donate to the police department or something like that, like the state patrol or something like that. And I keep telling the dude, I was like, I donate all my money locally because that's where I want to keep my money is locally. And he's called me like 26 times, and I'm like, dude, every time you call me, it sounds like you're reading the same boring ass script. You got your depressed attitude because you hear fucking no all day because you keep calling the same seven numbers. It's like, dude, just stop calling me. If I want to give you guys money, I'll give you guys money and I'll do it locally so that way I can see what my money went to rather than you just trying to line your pockets with my 20 bucks. Like, no, fuck you. I ain't got time for that.
ironically, I know exactly what you're talking about. And the people that do that, I've had the exact same one call me,
Mm hmm.
offering for my support to that. This was 10 years ago.
No, this
So
is
they
like
obviously,
recently within the last 6 months. And this
oh, this
dude,
is,
I bet he's called me like 30 times. And I finally just blocked the number. I'm like, stop calling me. Like I tell you, take me off your list all the damn time. And back when I was a telemarketer, we had a special code for that. Like when we filled out our sheet or whatever, like, you filled out for your sales or whatever. And we had a special do not call option that you could click. And sometimes it'd take like a week or so to get them out of the system. But sometimes, dude, that shit was instantly, you know?
and mine was 10 years ago. Same thing you're talking about. And the guy was asking for the same stuff. And I said, "I understand. I respect the police and the fire department." And I go, "But where was your help when I was robbed?
Maybe
Y'all
it's
didn't
like
do
an
shit."
an automated thing. They recorded this guy saying the script and they just like
Yeah.
play the tape back or whatever, and then when you interrupt, they hit pause and they're like, wait, did he say something? Click to automated response number one. It's just like, fuck you
Uh,
guys. Tired of that
and
shit.
that's, dude, when I need Sirius XM radio, when
Oh,
I
I
got
got a
my new,
beef with them.
same, when I got my Tahoe, they're like, and same with my mom said the same thing. 3 months comes installed for free. But they don't tell you, they keep charging you afterwards, and then it's $26 a month unless you call them, and then you could get it for $6.99 or whatever for extended. I've tried to get a hold of them, tried to look up their stuff, and you cannot. It is like there's a way, I've done it before, but it's almost virtually impossible to talk to a person. Like, okay, I bought Motley Crue tickets to their live stadium tour. It's been canceled twice. I try to call the place and I'm like, yo, just give me my money back. And it goes, would you like to chat with an agent? And you'll even get a pop up on your fucking computer. Nothing will let you talk to an adult human being these days. And it's all automated. And that shit makes me want to bust some fucking teeth out. And that's how I feel. Like, I'm not an angry person. Well, I could be an angry person. I ain't gonna lie. But like, automated people make me not want to talk to my friends or nothing. After an hour of dealing with that shit, I need to just like sit and think.
Right? Like
What
stare
do
at a
you
fucking
think?
wall, scribble out your fucking all your curse words or whatever, and dude, like I get it, you know? It's just that shit
That's
ain't
how I
right.
feel. Like, where was the difference between like communication that somebody got the idea that they're like, it'll be easier just to bother somebody with a hello, you have reached this and this. Would you want this for one? And now it is, you got to hear it twice because it's repeated in Spanish.
See,
And I'm
fuck all
like,
that. I'm just clicking the button as soon as they give me the option. They're like, press whatever number for your line, and I'm like, yep, mash that
oh,
button.
automated anything sucks. Like,
Dude, just keep pushing zero. Like if you can't get to a person, just keep pushing zero. Eventually somebody will answer.
that. It goes one to pay, two to this, three to that, four to this. They're like, you press zero, you just donated $100,000 to our charity.
Nah,
It
it's like a
feels
cheat
like for
code. Just
me.
keep pushing zero. Like they'll get you a person eventually. Now they're like every time they want to talk to you about something and they're like, you know, say your choice or what you're calling about or whatever. And I'm just like customer service or agent or representative, you know, like get me a fucking person. Like, I don't want to deal with this shit. And 9 times out of 10, it's a 2-minute phone call with a person, but it's a 20-minute phone call over the automated shit. And it's just like, can you fuck off? I just want to do this, help me out, you know? It's just like I had an Amazon package that got lost and I fucking contacted UPS because that's what they told me to do. They're like, contact UPS. So I got this person, I'm talking to her, and she's like, no, Amazon has to initiate that shit. You can't. And I'm like, the package is coming to me. I paid for it. It's now my merchandise. I don't care where the fuck it comes from. They're like, well, you need to contact Amazon. So I get on with Amazon and at first, I'm talking to person A. Person A can't fix my shit. So then he passed me off to person B. Well, person B can't fix my shit. So then I'm off to person 3. And they still didn't fucking get it right. I mean, granted, they refunded the money, but not how I had it paid for. And it's just like, fuck you guys. And you could tell they weren't English speakers. Like, and that's not racist. They were not from our country. I don't know where they were from. So I'm going to call them non English speakers because the English was so broken, you know? I mean, yeah, they did what I needed them to do, but fuck, man. Can I just have a person in the United States
Hey,
that speaks English that understands what I want?
honestly, I get what you meant because when I switched my internet services, I called the one that I had, and somebody from another country answered and was like, why don't you just do Spectrum? And I was like, are you even allowed to fucking legally do that? And they switched me over to Spectrum from another company. When I talked to Spectrum later and I talked to, normal to me speaking people, they're like, we don't do that. They're like, they're not supposed to do that and switch you over. We don't have sister companies. Like he was explaining to you, we had a sister
Yeah, but
company.
why the fuck do they care? Like, they got a monopoly on this shit. So they're just like, ah, it's more money to line our pockets, you know? Like, why the fuck do they give a shit?
I got one more thing to say about this though also is it's just like when you call your doctor's office or you call your pharmacy for prescriptions. Each of them say to call each other. They're like, if you got a question about this, call your doctor. Your pharmacy says, no, call your doc. Yeah, you get it. And I'm like, you guys are talking over each other. And then both of them say, don't call us, call 911. And I'm
Dude,
like,
fuck that and just call them three-way and be like, look, I got the doctor and I got the pharmacy on the phone. Like, y'all fight it out, you know? It's like when
That's
Domino's
what I'm
calls Pizza
saying.
Hut or Papa John's or whatever the fuck it was, you know? And it's like,
Yeah.
you call Domino's, you call Papa John's, man, fuck you, you know?
Basically,
So,
nobody wants to talk to another human being in this generation. They're like,
yet here we are talking to another human being. It's
that's
a
because
lost
we
art.
like it, though. That's
Yeah,
because we like it.
do
But
that.
yeah, that's really all I got on the topic. Is like, dude, this shit drives me clinically insane, and I get like my blood pressure goes up, and I get so upset.
I think you're already there, hearing voices in your head.
But he's right. Like, that's all we got for today. So, we'll catch y'all later. Peace.
Good morning.